Forgot to bring down the mic. Hey troops, Zender here, back again for another stream, and today we are back for some more Honkai Impact. YouTube is suddenly started saying that they're not receiving enough video for stream. Okay. That was weird. So is YouTube right now? So is my internet right now? Everything was good just 30 minutes ago. Everything I was watching was going smoothly and I was having no problem. I'm not having any problems with Honkai Impact right now from what I understand. Huh. Well, let's begin anyway. You have a commission that's been in the system for a few months, no? What can I do? No one has taken any commissions. I'm getting ready to edit it, then it should get people's attention. Perhaps I should phrase it differently. She ticked boxes on the screen and reissued the task. By the way, it's been a while. How have you been? Have you already eaten? Would you want to get dinner? There's that one restaurant we've talked about going to. I don't remember. You used to like stylish boutiques. We could go and... That's enough. Quit wasting time. Don't you have work to do? Nothing urgent. Another lie. You think I can't figure it out? You keep chasing the maps. You've just about bought up all the trace remover in town. You still haven't given up this crazy idea? It's been ages. It's time to move on. The Dark Lord is gone. But I've been gathering information, talking to people, and a lot of clues point to Dusk Lost having a... Careful there, Teriri. You don't want to get in any trouble. Hey, don't go! How can you talk like this? It's not cute. You weren't like this before. Forget it. I really don't have anything going on tonight. No matter what road I take, I can't get around the Boulder Guardian. One person just isn't enough. She wandered aimlessly across the down an alley. Right, we'll look for clues in a bit. Huh? In a corner, moonlight didn't touch. Oh, in a corner, moonlight didn't touch. Cold wind blew on through. A few leaves turned to powder by magic in an instant. It's clearly spring into summer, but it was so cold. Hunters! What are they doing here? Target confirmed. Magic Girl Teriri, come with us. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Heh, I'm not an idiot. She was too quick for the mind to register. I absolutely cannot let them catch me. I have to hide. I've covered my tracks with the trace remover. How are they still following me? It's like they know right where I am. Did the invisibility potion wear off? But it couldn't have worn off so quickly. The ratio was the same as before. This should have worked without a hitch. I want to get the ratios wrong again. People already see me as a reliable grown-up. She picked up on the familiar smell of rust as the chill pursuing her began gaining from behind. It was the hunter's unique smell. They must have used some strong potions to train these things to become security bureau hounds. No. Maybe the Magic Security Bureau noticed me. Now isn't the time to think about this. Phew. Just gotta shake off the hunters. Wait. Is this a dead end? Oh! Brony! No need to panic. That's strange. It seems like the wave of magic didn't even affect her body. It's like she just appeared out of nowhere. Don't go heading too far away. You'll miss the show.
Yeah, Miss Terry. 心配しないで。ブロニーたちが来ましたよ。
Hi! Did you come to venture out with Teriri? This journey might be more thrilling than you imagined. Are you ready? Let's go out. Oh. In the magical world, you must learn to fight in a way of arranging gems. Okay, so this is interesting. Dragon match 3 magic gems in a row to deal magic damage. Okay. Enemy is acting in the turns that it doesn't count skills, it will perform basic attacks. Lastly, match 3 charging gems in a line to restore SP based on the charging stat. You have enough SP to use an item. Drag the healing potion out of the item bar to restore. Huh. Some items may need to be assigned a target. Drag the rubber mallet onto the healing gem to destroy it. Oh. By the way, after using an item, you can still match an in-player turn. Oh, a chance to match 4 gems. Matches of 4 eliminate 2 times and create a skill gem of the same stat. Huh. This is Brony's strength skill gem. When eliminated, it activates a character exclusive effect and deals higher strength damage. Try it out. Okay. I guess I'll just keep on going. Okay, here we go. Are you from the Bureau? Of course not. I take people's money and solve their problems. I answered your commission and now your business is my business. It's not the best time for introductions, but hello, nice to meet you. I'm Brony, a hacker. Don't just stand there. This way. No cameras and no one's bothering us. We're safe for now. You can relax. Thank you, but Crescent Moon District doesn't use anything like cameras since they're easily tricked by magic. Oh? Now they mostly just track traces of spell usage and magic particles. That only works on magic users, right? Right. Ordinary people that can't use magic aren't that big a threat, so the Bureau focuses on monitoring magic girls. So, are you in some kind of trouble then? No. I don't know why they're chasing me. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. As long as you pay well, I'll do what I can to help. So, you're Brony, right? Thank you. I won't lie, things have been rough for me lately. It seems like no matter what I do, I keep running into problems. Losing things, being stalked by hunters. My crystal ball is always cloudy, almost like it's broken. And lots of strange things have been going on. I'll get lost suddenly or hurt without a reason, and afterwards I can't seem to figure out why. Like, my shoulder was suddenly injured today. Maybe the cat I was playing with yesterday bit me? Meeting you's the only luck I've had lately. Is it that she's unlucky? Or that she doesn't have any enemies? Does she? You're too kind. You paid for a service, I offered that service. It's just business. Just business? What? You don't remember? She tapped the screen on the holo projector and brought up the commission's page. Help the client collect information on magical gems from the Lavinia Library. You posted this, right? Yes. Well, there you go. But why did you accept it? Because your fee was the highest, of course. Oh, I see. Huh? That look on your face. You didn't accidentally add a few too many zeros, did you? No, not at all. I meant what I wrote. I'm just surprised anyone took it so quickly. Why? Everyone needs money. Yeah, that's true. It's time to go. My partner is waiting for us, and this isn't a great place for a conversation anyway. On the corner, several hunters were searching for something, giving off a nerve-wracking buzz. They're not looking for me, are they? I didn't do anything. Relax. I'll take care of them for good. Roni is a companion specializing in strength attacks. Her Ultra Gem will deal repeated strength damage. Tap here to see all skill info. Okay. Brony's every attack adds to the Haxor count. Each point increases her damage by 3%. Her repeated attacks overwhelm your enemies. Okay. Oh, shoot. Come on, we agreed to meet here and that jerk Come on! We agreed to meet here and that jerk goes off someplace else. Your friend has a flower shop? No, she just loves flowers. Whenever she goes anywhere, she likes to check out the flower shops and buy a huge bouquet. Gets my nose all itchy just thinking about it. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. And she and I aren't friends. We just work together. Have you been together long? Not too long now, but for a while now. Wouldn't that make her a friend? Bernie shrugged it off while Teriri laughed. No way we could be friends. Brony caught the faint smell of rosemary under her nose. She pivoted around only to bump into a large bouquet. Looks like I got here just in time. Rosemary, get those flowers out of here. Hello there. Hello, Miss Teriri. I've picked out this bouquet to commemorate us taking your commission. Wow, they smell wonderful. Thank you. You can call me by my code name, Fallen Rosemary, like my mean friend does. But I'd prefer if you just called me by my first name, Rita. Hey, I heard that. Got it, Rita. Now that we're all here, let's get going. Get going? You're not planning on going to the Lavinia Library, are you? Let's run with that. My things aren't packed yet. There's no need to rush. If Miss Teriri needs more time, we can wait while you get ready. Great. I just need to pack up some magic ingredients. If that's all right. Of course. We are at your service. Okay. Back again? Green lizard tails and red beetle powder, right? I knew you'd want it. Plenty of people were asking for it, but I held on to it just for you. You're always so good to me. How has your health been lately? Doing well. The blood red potion you gave me last time worked wonders. My leg feels much better. Teriri, these pictures are from this week. They're all in this envelope here. Thanks, Anita. I always ask so much of you. Next time, how about I treat you to some pistachio bubble tea? Why do I have so much hair falling off right now? One moment. Yes. It would be quite terrifying if I'm getting a bald spot. Well, people do say that the first signs of balding do kind of happen in your early 30s. Of course, then again, I'm only in my late 20s, so. Don't sweat it. You're on my mail route. Hey, why are you always taking a picture of this tree? And always from the same angle. Why not take a picture of something else? It's just for a report. I need a picture, that's all. Hey, I heard you were collecting gem fragments. I remembered last time I was at the market and bought some. Check it out. Are these of any use? Wow, there's so many. Thank you. If you need anything else, just let us know and we'll help. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get going now. See you. It looks like the shopkeeper really likes you. Probably because I'm always here shopping. I always went through ingredients faster than others when I was in school, so I'd buy a ton. The more you buy, the more they remember. Finish shopping? I just need one more thing. Spider's Eye, the key ingredient to trace remover. You get it on 66th Street. That's pretty far. There's none on this street? Teriri nervously shook her head. That ingredient is banned by the Magic Security Bureau, so... Got it. Let's go this way. By my calculations, this'll shave 20 minutes off the trip. That's a ton of time. But once you cross the street, the rest of the way isn't so easy. Wait, isn't that one of the top 10 neighborhoods to avoid due to beast infestation? Sneak attack at 3 o'clock, T minus 10 seconds. Everyone get ready. That's not one of those beasts. Deals 20% enemy attack of damage to ally units once every turn. Remove will be... The gems are burning. Some enemies inflicting ailments on gems. Tap such gems to see their effect and removal method. Feel better, Miss Teriri? No way. I never want to take a shortcut again. What are your grades in school like? What? Why would you ask that all of a sudden? Aren't magic girls usually capable of casting powerful, stunning moves? You know, like Magic Girl Teriri, invisibility, take flight, I've got you now. Something like that? No way. In fact, to make teaching more efficient, the school goes over key points before every exam. If you memorize the book, you get a high score. No need to practice, really. It's a simple and easy way to teach. I've practiced a lot on my own, but I'm still not very good. But I am good at potions and divination. Do you have a potion that will make you taller or stronger? Probably. I remember reading something like that before, but the recipe was banned because there were too many side effects. By the way, how did you do that just now, Brony? You controlled them like with a swish of the hand, but I didn't see any trace of magic. It was the same way when you were dealing with the hunters. What magic are you using? I've read a ton of books, but I've never come across any record of that sort of power. Well, that's because it's not magic. Exactly how it works can be tough to explain. To put it simply, I virtually project a weapon that becomes corporeal when needed, and then, boom. Brony gestured a shot with her hands. Teriri's ears twitched. That still sounds like magic. And this thing floating here? Oh, that's a drone. I made it myself. That's amazing. To be able to put together such precise tools without the help of magic. You two aren't from around here, huh? More or less. And here I was thinking you were just a magic girl from another school that took some special courses or something. I didn't realize you were a loophole in the Magic Security Bureau's system. Are you going to report me? Of course not. Do you know what's on the other side of the wall? girls made their way through the crowd. The street was high in the city at the end of a long ramp. The glow of the street lamps was relaxing. Small, colorful flags swayed in the breeze, and everyone was smiling. A high wall surrounded the city. On one side, lights were shining. On the other side, it wasn't half as bright. A few years prior, the Magic Security Bureau established Crescent Moon District here. Lots of people moved there while Lone Star City became more abandoned. So Lone Star City is on the other side of this wall. Yes, which is where Lavinia Library is located as well. I feel comfortable just looking at such a wall. Yeah, I remember why. Why are you so focused on the Lavinia Library, Teriri? There's got to be some libraries in Crescent Moon District, right? About that. So I can graduate. You can only become a magic girl after finishing your thesis. My research is on magical gems and residual power, but there are no whole gems left, just fragments. I tried piecing a gem back together, but there's a problem with the data I collected. The Lavinia Library has the most information on gems, so I wanted to try my luck there. Plus, I want to see beyond the wall. Not a bad answer. That's my house up there. Should we go and rest a bit? No need. Instead of worrying about us, why don't you go and get some rest and prepare a bag for tomorrow? Right. Come to think of it, I have a lot to pack still. We'll be here for you at 8 a.m. Right. See you tomorrow. Her long ears wiggled merrily while she ran down the streets to her bowed little shack. Shortly after, a warm, glowing light could be seen from her window. That's enough for today. Let's head back and hit the hay. Hey, aren't you going? Brony, don't you think we've been taking a few too many commissions lately? What's wrong? It's not like this is the first time this has happened. Isn't it better to have two commissions that go together? Like killing two birds with one stone? I hope so. We still don't have enough information. But one thing is for certain. We have the right person. Teriri. I think she's pretty cute. Don't be fooled by her smile. Her looks are deceiving. Is that right? It isn't that her wanting to look on the other side of the wall. Oh, is that right? It isn't that her looking on the other side of the wall reminds you of yourself? Certain someone leaving Ark City because she wanted to see the outside world. You're just as amazing, Brony. That won't work on me, Miss Rosemary. I'm not interested in stories. I have an itch on my foot, but I... Oh, well. I'm just making small talk. Don't you ever feel regret? I mean, when you leave a place, it can be hard to go back. Knock it off. Don't go making up stories like that. I've never regretted it. At any rate, I didn't think a magic girl would be like just... I didn't think being a magic girl would be like just another job. And what did you think being a what do you think being a magic girl was like? Well, more free? At least not busy writing a thesis or being monitored. You know, more like you. The light transformed into a blue butterfly and rested on her fingertips. Ooh. Are you sure Teriri can lead us to that jerk? Don't worry, my intel is always good. And you've cleared the commission off the list then? Of course, I'm the best hacker around. Good. The blue butterfly fluttered onto the street, leaving behind patches of sparkling light as it flew. Then, like dust, it disappeared into the darkness. Fortunately, the story doesn't seem to have any limitations, which means I can keep going until I catch up to wherever the story's at. Early the next morning, the three met up on the street where they had parted ways. Parted ways the night before, as promised. When Teriri pointed out on the commissions, her otherwise silent trustee opened her mouth. Excuse me. Even with the magic key, magic key. What's magic key? Even with the Magic Security Bureau's strict monitoring, Crescent Moon City isn't as safe as it appears. Huh? Some of the stalkers around here don't even wait until midnight. If something was making a ruckus around here, even if I wanted to ignore it, I couldn't. More hunters? But I don't smell rust. No, not hunters. More something you see everywhere. Long ears, red eyes, white hair. Are you Teriri? A voice interrupted Brony from a distance. They all turned to see a small girl carrying a huge sword. She stood in the warm moonlight, looking non-threatening. But she gave off a certain air that made everyone weary. Excuse me, you are... I've been waiting for you. I'm the one that accepted your commission. You can call me Delta. She found us. Delta took the commission from her coat pocket and put it where everyone could see. The certificate was stamped with the commissioning platform seal, clear as day. Huh? But these two already took my commission. No problem. Just leave it to me. Delta looked at Brony and Rita and slowly reached for the hilt of her sword. Don't play dumb. You know the penalty for stealing a commission, right? Stealing a commission? I don't know what you're talking about. Look, we accepted this commission, met with the client, and she decided to go with us for a variety of reasons. It's a shame, but that's just how it goes. Sure, maybe you can tell me what some of these various reasons are. You know, strength, smarts, that sort of thing. But I don't think you really want me to go into more detail. I don't have time for this. You should back off now, Delta. We're not looking for a fight. You're the ones who are causing trouble. The rules are clear on this. Teriri is my client. But we also have a copy of that certificate. What? Wait, let's not fight! Brony, I recall my commission screen only showing possible candidates, but this girl not only found where we were meeting, but she has a certificate seal. You don't know, that sort of certificate can be faked. It can be faked? Yet, especially a seal of certification. You could just carve it into a carrot. Anyone can do it easily. Hey, stop whispering right in front of me! She's right, though. Certificates can be forged, especially if you're good at hacking. You could hack into the commission system, forge your certificate, rush to the meeting place, and cover your traces. A real breeze, right? I didn't know you... Okay. I didn't know you think that highly of hackers. I'm touched. You... Forget it. If you still have doubts, how about we put this to the test and see who's more qualified to take the commission? If that'll make you go away completely, then I'm down. She pulled her eyes away after noticing others on the street were starting to pick up on their tense conversation, whispering and then shifting their gaze as they hurried away. We should try to keep our conversation calm with the streets as busy as it is. You're clearly lying and you still want me to keep calm? But Miss Delta, you haven't been all that honest either. At the very least, shouldn't you introduce your partner to Teriri? What? The light breeze blew onto the street from far away, stirring up petals and otherwise stagnant air. Do you smell that? The wind is carrying the smell of flowers that aren't from the city. Since you were talking about me, I figured it'd be rude not to make an appearance. Oh, wait. Nope, that was a different character. The cold light... Sakura. The cold light from the white blade cut through the town's idle peace. You're quick. Still able to maintain your balance after falling from such a height? It's you that has skill. I know how to hide myself, but you still saw right through me. You're no ordinary person. I just have some experience. It's nothing really. How about we knock off the niceties for now, yeah? Our old friends are back. Hunters? The Magic Security Bureau doesn't even let an argument go by unnoticed. It looks like we have more pressing issues than who's getting this commission. What do you think? The priestess didn't respond, instead turning slightly to her partner. Delta, let's take care of the problem at hand first. What a snag. Alright, we'll take care of them and then get back to fighting. Brony stepped forward, shielding Teriri, but Teriri leapt in front of her. Teriri, what are you doing? This looks like big trouble. There are a lot more hunters here than last night. Teriri gave a slight sigh and took out small glass bottles of potions from her pocket. Let's spare everyone in town any trouble and make this quick. As a magical girl adept at concocting potions, my magic skill and ultra skill both apply Imperin to enemies, dealing stackable sustained magical damage. Whenever an enemy appears, it also applies Imperin to them, decreasing its magical resistance. Stack as much Imperin as you can. Oh, that was easy. That takes care of them. Alright then, now we discuss... Wait, why are your weapons out? It was Delta that pointed her sword at me first. Brony, each time the first person to pull their weapon... Brony, Each time, the first person to pull their weapon was you, especially counting the 3 drones you also have hidden. What 3 drones? All I saw was someone sneaking around on rooftops. Cut the nonsense! They're the ones looking for a fight. Hey, you're the ones who showed up out of nowhere. Who would believe we're the ones looking for a fight, right, boss? Brony, don't call me boss. It sounds weird. And Delta, put your sword away. Neither took a step back, but instead stepped toward each other. Teresa quickly realized she wasn't going to be able to solve such a petty argument, so she summoned the courage to turn to the person she thought was the most mature. Rita, what do you think about this commission problem? What do I think? I think we could probably just work together. Rosemary, I'll tell you one more time. We can, but they can't. At any rate, Teriri is the client and she has the right to go with whomever she chooses. Even if she were to cancel the commission, she's well within her right. But you don't want to see her struggle, do you? Don't get that close. That kind of talk makes my skin crawl. Anyway, I'll only listen to you, Teriri. It's your call. I second Rita's proposal. If the 4 of you team up, the commission should go smoothly. It's just a trip to the library. Oh wait, it's just a trip to the library. You really need that many people? I don't see why not. I've been pretty unlucky lately. The more people, the more at ease I am. Besides, you all have certificates, which means you're all approved in the system without any bad records or funny business. Yep, I'm not skilled like that. I can't speak for others. What are you trying to get at? If you got something to say, say it. Let's just let it be. I pay each person full pay. How does that sound? You've really got some deep pockets. It's not about money, Teriri. Aside from Delta, a certain member of our party hasn't even given us her name yet. I can't work with the people I don't know. I am Kasumi. I am just an everyday priestess. But there isn't a sakura tree or shrine in sight, and I can't find a single thing about you. Besides, aren't you more ninja than priestess? Perhaps. But the same could be said for you, Hakra. Changing or erasing your true identity has been much easier than planting cherry blossoms or building shrines. It's not unusual for those of us who are always on the move to have multiple code names. And what Miss Teriri wants in the end is to have her commission completed. Of course, she isn't going to put up with anyone weighing us down on attracting hunters. That's right. I'm grateful so many people took my commission. As for what Rita just mentioned, I'm sure those sorts of things won't happen. We're just going to the library after all. Alright, if that's what you want, I won't get in the way. Who doesn't like money? It's beneficial to both of us to partner up with strong travel companions. What do you two think? Fine by me. As long as you don't purposefully get in my way. Then, now that we're working together, why should we purposefully get in your way? Who knows whose side you're on? It makes sense she doesn't trust you. Our relationship isn't as complex as you think, Miss Brony. She's just a bit shy, or perhaps indirect. Rita covered her mouth as she laughed quietly while the others stared on in silence. Still, the tension between the five of them had eased up, making Teriri breathe a sigh of relief. Phew. This is great. We're all going to get along. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay, so you can't match the effects either. Drag it out of the item bar and release to deal true. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'll be back for that. Naughty box. Okay. Sheesh. It got pretty warm today, but my room is not cooling off quickly. I'm gonna see if turning off the room light will help out. I'm not gonna be turning off this light though because I still need to be able to see. Or you guys are gonna need to be able to see. Not bad. Not too much different from how it looked earlier. Alright. Sheesh. This is a lot easier than I was expecting. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Whew, that got close. Who keep... Now let's go to the Lavinia Library. Delta pulled out a small paper booklet that opened up to a giant map. There was bright red writing on the crisp-coated paper. It led straight to the Lavinia Library. Can't go that way? Come on, really? If you didn't know, Boulder Guardians block every intersection between Lone City and Crescent Moon District. This way won't be any different. What are Boulder Guardians? Sounds like someone isn't prepared. The hacker grinned and with a wave of her hand brought up a hologram screen. Let's take a look. Oh, it belongs to the Magic Security Bureau and is made of stone. Whether or not we carry a Lone Star City entry and exit permit decides if it'll give us any trouble. Is that why you issued the commission, Miss Teriri? Because you don't have the permit? Yes. I haven't graduated from the Magic Academy yet, and I don't have a way to get past the Boulder Guardians. So you hired us to clear the way. No way! Those Guardians are property of the Magic Security Bureau. If we do that, we'll be wanted for sure. And they're not out to hurt anyone. They just keep out anyone or thing that doesn't have a permit. I was hoping we could find a way to avoid them. They're big and there's a lot of them. Once they spot us, it'll be hard to get rid of them. Like right now. Darn it, it's the Boulder Guardian helpers! During the conversation, a number of smaller stone golems had moved into position to capture the five. Did they think if they were smaller and slower we wouldn't notice them? But they sure are determined. They sure are determined to keep us away. You have to give them that. Big or small, aim for the head and that'll take care of things. Okay. Okay. That was easy. Dum, dum, dum. This is getting worse and worse. Strong waves of magic, even stronger than what I felt in the city center earlier. As soon as she said that, the debris in front of her began to gather together in the form they were before, completely blocking the way. If we keep fighting, they're going to draw the Boulder Guardian's attention like this, Miss Teriri. Or like Miss Teriri said. No, we can't put this off any longer. Don't really want to use it, but it'll be even more trouble if I don't. Teriri lowered her head and began rummaging through her bag filled with potions and ingredients. A few green lizard tails fell out, a large price to pay, but Teriri was focused. Teriri, your snake tail fell on the ground. She flicked her wrist, cutting through the small golems and handing the tail to Teriri. Huh? Thank you. There's a bug crawling on my hand. I hope opening the window wasn't a mistake. There's a screen over it, so it should be good, but I mean, for a while we had a whole bunch of Asian stink bugs collecting on it. So I don't know. Did you get them by yourself? No, I bought them from the magic potion store. I wouldn't be able to catch a lizard of this size. Green lizards only live outside Crescent Moon City. They grow well in sparsely populated areas. So there are ingredient hunters that go out into the city to get green lizards. Oh? Sounds like fun. From the look of it, you'd like to try. Brony grimaced without a sneer and selected search on the hollow projection. Only when the lizard feels completely safe will it shed its tail. If the tail is taken by force, not only will it be incomplete, it will have a negative effect on the potion. Therefore, this is best left to shopkeepers that are youth enthusiasts. So the green lizards are delivered to the store live? Of course. But you said Boulder Guardians keep away anyone or thing that doesn't have a permit. So how are green lizards allowed to enter Crescent Moon City? The hunters have permits, so they bring them in with them. Wait, Brony, you're not thinking what I think you're thinking. Yep. You've got a plan? Well, let's not waste time then. Let's go somewhere quiet to hear the brilliant idea you have. Delta raised her greatsword high in the air, gathering up a gust of wind and knocking down the magical creatures that had formed. Come with me! Staring contest, Brony? If you've got an issue with being a stowaway, you can always leave. Are you sure this is how you want to avoid the Boulder Guardians, Hacker? Does it not sit well with you? This is the only way. Being smuggled isn't going to be as easy as you think. Even with my intelligence, I can only find information on trucks leaving Crescent Moon District. It's not that I can find out anything else, but that nothing else is there. This is this Magic Security Bureau's doing. Is it for the same reason that magic can trick cameras? If so, this won't be something science can solve. But the more secretive the Security Bureau is about cargo shipments, the more you can prove how accurate your guess about the scope of the permit is. But a hypothesis isn't anything to count on. Take a look for yourself. Her drone responded to her voice command, and the image of a young girl appeared before them. Brony, are you in any trouble? I'm only allowed to call when I'm in trouble. Besides, if I was in trouble, I wouldn't go telling you and have you get on my case, would I? Well then, thanks for calling. Hold on, Venerable Master Colmine. Don't get angry. There's something I really have to talk to you about. If I recall, when you were drifting around following commissions, you just up and left with that woman and didn't even come to me for advice. It sounds like the enlightened Master Colmine is upset with me, so I'll just go and keep my thoughts to myself. Miss Brony, how can you expect Master Colmine to help us without understanding our situation? That's right. After all, the situation is pretty complex. It's not something just anyone would be able to solve. But I did have a new idea just now. What? You had an idea this whole time? and needing to move into like a more standing position. I hate it when my legs start feeling stiff. Stop being secretive, Rosemary, and tell us. It'd be my pleasure. Just then, Master Conmin opened her mouth. Roni, didn't I tell you my plan, and you're already so sure hers is better? Oh, generous Master Conmin, you're willing to help? All right, already. Tell me all about it. With your help, this will be. And quickly walked Master Conmin through what had happened. The enemy is many, while I am few. The enemy is obvious, while I am hidden. Regardless, this one should be easy to solve. I thought about using a truck carrying live animals to leave town unseen, but the specific information we would need has been hidden by the Security Bureau. And that's why you came to me? She began reluctantly planning the next move from thousands of miles away for the 5 on the chessboard they had put before her. Any questions about what I just said? You've made it as clear as can be. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, there's one thing. How's our friend doing? Things are stable. It doesn't seem like there will be anything to worry about for now. Thanks for your help, Master Conmin. We'll finish up here as quickly as we can and come join you. And who knows? Maybe when our friend's eyes open again, everything will be solved. I hope so. The transport we can use in going to cross 42nd Street in as soon as an hour. We need to make sure we're ready before then. One more thing. Whatever's on that transport, don't disturb it, or you might catch the Boulder Guardian's attention. Leave the talking to Rita, who'll have the most skills out of any of you. You're too kind. The only thing I'm good at is getting a certain young girl to talk. Rita! Thank you for your help, Master Conmin. I'll pick up the nicest violin I can find in the city for you before coming back as a thank you for answering our questions so quickly. Well then, I'll leave you to it. Get back here soon, for my sake. Conmin is such a sugary archetype. Seeing as how a certain someone doesn't like the cold either. In the tower you need... Oh. Okay. Come on, YouTube. That was a nice combo. Okay. Uh-oh. Hmm. Okay. But I did not. I did not press that. I did not press that. That is not me. Somehow the audio just keeps on going up on its own. Alright, give me a moment. Oh, that's loud. Sorry. Yes. I might have to restart the computer. Yep, troubleshoot is not helping. That is weird. Well, no one's here right now, so I don't really have anyone to talk to. more scene here than I realized. Shoot. I'm gonna have to clean up this desk. Why did I just hear it? Okay. No. I'll figure that mess out later. I got a notification from one of the from YouTube about one of those content creator fake content creator scams where it's like, hey, you won something. I am totally not a bot that randomly stole the person's profile picture and YouTube name in order to make it seem like I am them giving away free stuff.
Captain on bridge.
Alright. So the audio problem has been temporarily fixed. Let's hope it doesn't come back. That's good. Or should be good. The street is starting to get busy. It'll go down to the main road through the city center. Within 15 minutes, the road will be packed with people. That's perfect, no? The crowd will offer cover. Teriri, keep up! You're all running so fast! Whew. What? Long road! Running too much! All in one day! Teriri stopped, physically exhausted and grasping for a nearby fence post as she gasped for air. Sorry. I'm really... Her remaining strength was entirely directed towards her heavy breathing, the noises from the street echoing in her ears. It's too much. I can't keep my head down. I feel like I'm going to faint. Tree struggled to lift her head, only to see the terrified face of the crowd before her. The screen! It's going to fall! Suddenly something fell into the middle of the road, bursting into thousands of pieces that flew in all directions. The shockwave hit Teriri's face, rubbing her skin again until it felt sore. Immediately after, the crowd began to flee in a panic. Huh? Run! The cable is falling too! Duck and cover! This isn't good. My body can't do it. No, it's happening again. It's just like I got injured. Why is it always like this? Don't be afraid, Miss Teriri. She was suddenly surrounded by a warm embrace. There was a slightly bitter aroma about Rita's body as she set her at ease. Rita, how did you... I accepted your commission, so it's my duty to protect you until we reach Lavinia Library. Hold on to me. We're getting out of here. Her violet scythe cut through the air in one beautiful arc after another, leaving their enemies behind them. Enemies? But it was a bunch of debris. Miss Teriri, is your leg... Miss Teriri, is your leg hurt? Can you still stand? I'm good. All thanks to you. You reacted so quickly. I wasn't trying to intentionally get in your way either. As they tended to Teriri, Kasumi surveyed the wreckage. What do you think, Kasumi? Judging by the parts on the... Scarlet! Why is Teriri playing the role of Teriri? Because we are currently in a Bubbleverse where we are meeting Teriri, as well as Brony. This is another story of the Captain verse, following Brony, Fallen Rosemary, Captain, and those that they encounter, such as Delta and Kasumi here. Even though Kasumi's name usually is Sakura, but okay. Kasumi Sakura, I guess. No. So, Haxor Bunny is known as Brony. Bronie. Not Bronya. She is a different character, even though her... she is an alternate universe Bronya. But her name is Brony. That is canonical. I am not making a mistake. You can look it up yourself. A lot of people have been comparing the upcoming Silverwing, not Silverwing, Silver Wolf in Honkai Star Rail. Yes, and I'm gonna keep calling her Brony because Brony is her name. Bronie. Brony. I know you are. Something fishy about this. The four of us were with Teriri the whole time, watching her closely, except when we got to the main road and were separated from Teriri by the crowd. She was out of our sight for less than a minute, but in that time, there was an accident out of nowhere. Almost as if it was directed at her. At me? It's just a hunch. To completely rule out that this was a man-made accident, I'd need to look more closely at where the screen and column connect. No, don't waste your time. Lately, my luck has been awful. I've gotten used to it by now. That's right, you said something similar when we first met. At the time, I had a feeling it was something more than just bad luck. By the way, this is Brony. This is Brony. The search for clues amid the debris was futile, but Kasumi's remark about the column caught Brony and Delta's attention as the three of them looked in unison. Rita gazed over at Teriri's increasingly pale face. She moved over to her side and gently took her by her shoulders, interrupting the conversation the three were having. If this is going to be a concern, then we'll just have to stick more closely to Teriri. And our immediate goal is to get to the transport. We have less than 10 minutes. That won't work. Things have changed. The accident was too close to 42nd Street, so the transport's dispatch just rerouted it to 43rd. Then we'll just have to run an extra mile. More running? Before she could even move, Delta began carrying the bewildered Teriri with the help of two drones. No, with the help of two of the drones. Delta, you can't run anymore, right? I'm pretty quick, so make sure to hold on. I'll leave the fighting to you guys. Wait, that street is another top 10 neighborhoods to avoid due to beast infestation. How'd you know? Because she's a hacker. Anyways, in Stellaris playthrough, the Novayan East Indies enlisted Estelle, a friend of Elena, into the interdimensional travel portal project. Estelle is now in charge of it. Okay. Yep, it's pretty simple. Unfortunately, you don't really get much special for that move. Yep, that it is. Hoyoverse likes taking ideas and inspirations from other games, especially when they start trending. Like when that Fall Guys game was very popular, they made a whole event based off of like mechanics similar to Fall Guys. And they actually had that event twice now, so. We made it. The transport is up ahead. We all need to make sure to jump on the same car. On my mark. Wait, that smell. 3, 2, 1, jump! As soon as she finished counting, they jumped and immediately hid in the pitch black of the car. Honk honk! The frightened passengers frantically flapped their wings in a desperate protest. Huh? Yeah, I played Candy Crush Saga on my phone for a little bit too. It just had to be geese. Whoa, it's crowded in here. Miss Teriri, please let go of my ears. You have a pair of your own. So this was your bright idea, Brony? Each truck has a permit. The sound and the smell of geese will cover our tracks perfectly. There's gotta be a better way, no? This is the plan for now, but if there's an issue with the permit, we can always switch to my plan. I'm all yours. Let's have Miss Teriri help you stop sneezing first. Before we get to the Boulder Guardians, we're going to have to make peace with our fellow passengers. Yeah, make peace. Time for dinner! Chop, 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 chop. Oh. Okay, that'll be useful. How much is that? 60. Ooh, so I better. Oh no, unequip that and equip that. Alright. There we go. In the darkness, Rita began to soothe each of the geese. After a while, Rita was able to calm down all the geese. Only a few let out a honk now and again, looking for more pets. Teriri, your ointment really works. My nose doesn't itch anymore. What is this medicated cream made of? It's smooth and cool and feels refreshing on the skin. It's made from spicy mint leaves and cool toad secretions. Toad secretions? Brony endured her disgust, and in the end, to cease the endless sneezing, she did not wipe the cream away. Teriri was strangely silent. Miss Teriri, do you feel unwell? No. Then, why are you worried about the journey ahead? A little. Oh, are you worried? Yep, are you worried? Whoop! I did not mean to click off that. A little. After all, we might only be halfway there. Rita wanted to inquire more, but she quickly realized that the girl before her might have only detected danger through sheer instinct and had not understood the real threat she would face. You must be tired. You can lean on me and rest for a bit. Rita carefully placed the goose she had just put to sleep aside and slowly put her arm around Teriri's shoulder. Thank you, Rita. Ah! An abrupt jerk caused Teriri to hit her head against the side of the car. Huh? Why did the car accelerate suddenly? Something's wrong. It should be a smooth highway. Is something wrong with the road surface, or is it the car? Honk! As the jerking got more intense, the locks on the car began to loosen. The passengers had just fallen asleep jolted awake, flapping their wings in dissatisfaction, and boisterously rushed towards the doors. Finally, because of the persistent geese, the doors swung open and the group on the car was pushed out by the flock of geese. It wasn't easy to get out from the crowd. After some struggling, the girls finally managed to stand on their feet. How thrilling. Are we really so unlucky? The previously smooth tiled floor had strangely cracked open and became rocky, and the battered car, along with its empty cargo compartment, had unsteadily driven away from this bumpy road. The quakes below their feet grew stronger. Evidently something huge was approaching. What do we do? Can we hide from it? To think that we'd forgot to check the traffic conditions before our stargazing trip. What terrible luck. We were so close to getting out of town. Sorry I pulled everyone into this mess. Don't worry, Miss Teriri. The Boulder Guardian will chase all unauthorized living creatures away. At least this statement is true. We've partly succeeded. You'll find out later. Right now, it looks like there's nothing we can do. Right now, it looks like there's nothing we can do. We can't complete your quest. I've got an idea that requires everyone's help. Get to the point. Simply put, I need everyone to attack and hold back the Boulder Guardian while chasing all the geese towards it. While the Boulder Guardian is busy bringing the geese back to Crescent Moon City, we can sneak in. Of course, during this process, please be gentle with the geese. You're amazing, Rita! This way I can help too! I have a medicine that can make animals get rowdy! I'm sure it'll be a pain for the Boulder Guardian. On this topic, what were you intending to do with that medicine? Just in case, please keep that medicine away from me. Time is ticking. Let's leave the small talk for later. Everyone, time to move. The girls moved according to plan after Rita spoke. Kasumi remained silent along the entire way. At this moment, she was quietly adhering to the plan, focusing on the geese that were fluttering in the air, carefully predicting their next move. But Brony was still wary of her. She tried to avoid attracting our attention. The priestess named Kasumi slowly crouched down and leapt up immediately after. What a high jump! It's as if she's had prosthetic modifications. But unlike other prosthetic users, there aren't any potholes where she lands on the ground. Brony, who was setting up drones, unconsciously closed her eyes as she tried to catch the fleeting silhouette deep in her memories. Uh-oh. I might... Sheesh. Oh wow, these are thick rocks. Okay. Oh. All right. Shoot. I guess I gotta go with Brony. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Okay. That went much better. Who would have thought that this would really work? The Border Guardian cannot multitask, so it definitely gets rid of the bigger groups of trespassers first. Once he's free, he'll realize that we're the real troublemakers. Well done. Thank you for the compliment, Miss Delta. I'm truly happy that we can put our prejudice aside and work together. Huh? Who said I was complimenting you? And I don't remember working together. We didn't even need your help. Cosme and I would be... Huh? If you're looking for that priestess comrade of yours, Miss Brony seemed to have something to tell her in private. We shouldn't interrupt them. She emphasized on the word priestess, winking at Delta with a mysterious smile. Was editing an article in one of your wikis? Okay. Oh, are we dropping our pretenses now? Fine by me. She tightened her grip on her greatsword and suddenly lowered her center of gravity. You jest, Miss Delta. We're allies now. Naturally, we won't break our promises. Don't worry, Miss Brony knows her limits. She simply has some secrets that she doesn't wish for others to know. It won't affect our plans later. More importantly, we should take care of our client, right? I'm fine. You can take your time. She saw the look of terror on Teriri's face as she cowered in a corner and finally put her blade away. Don't let me catch you trying anything funny, or I won't hesitate to swing my sword at you. As you wish. You're not going to ask what I want to talk about. I'll talk if there's need to. Then, it is indeed time to talk. The sound of a gun loading replaced her voice, and the black barrel gave off a silent intimidation. I thought we are partners, at least for now. But the priestess at the other end of the gun showed no sign of anxiety. Is the only person you'll leave your back to, the only one worthy of being your reliable partner. The experienced hacker staggered for a moment as she couldn't tell if the priestess was being sarcastic or if she was bringing up a strange topic to distract her. Ah, sorry. I was merely saying what I thought. I don't mean to offend. Yet it was true that the other party was simply sincere. That made Brony even more troubled, and she pressed her gun closer to the priestess. What are you really after? We accepted Miss Teriri's request, that's all. But you're hiding something. Like I said, I don't have a reason to get into a conflict with you. What if I do? The gun barrel was practically pressed against the priestess's head. Yet, rather than the threat of the weapon, the hacker's burning fury was more intrusive. I only came to complete my mission, nothing else. But she slowly pulled out her weapon to block the hostile hacker. I must admit that there are times when this is a more efficient way of communication. Oh dear! Okay. You're finally showing your true colors, ninja. I'm sorry, what the... There's some sort of glitch that keeps on closing... stuff. I'm sorry. I don't want to fight, but I can't sit back and do nothing either. So, pardon me. That was nice. Wait, what? Okay. That's enough. You didn't dish out your full strength. Do you not see me as a worthy opponent? Or is it because you want to hide your abilities and wait for an opportunity to ambush us? I don't wish for either of us to get hurt. At least for now, we are still partners. You still have the audacity to say that? You change your appearance and stand boldly before me, lying about how you want to complete the mission together. Are you taunting me? Or is this another scheme of yours? It's true that I want to complete this mission together. It's also true that I changed my appearance to avoid any unnecessary troubles. I hid it simply because I didn't want our past relationship to sabotage our current situation. Yep, this is that same ninja that she fought against back in her Bubbleverse. I think I just heard a cricket. Enough of your pretentious excuses. Where is the light curtain's core? My apologies, but I have reasons why I cannot disclose that. You can't disclose the most important information? Fine, to be honest. I'm more concerned about another issue. What do you intend to use the light curtain's core for? Don't say you can't disclose that just yet. I've hacked into your ship's communication channel before and managed to get a small piece of information. That fellow is called Ferryman, right? You have a commendable encryption system, but it's nothing to me. Looking at what I analyzed from that message, you guys are planning something rather amazing. Back then in Arc City, I gave you the light curtain's core in exchange for a way to leave the bubble universe. Back then, you hid something from me, just like you're doing now. By using a large amount of energy, you can connect the corresponding bubble universes with the ether anchor as a platform. Can you explain more about this statement? I'm sorry, but I cannot say more. Since you can't say more, let me continue for you. According to my deductions, you guys are collecting these things called ether anchors, and the light curtain's core we had in the bubble universe is one of them. If I'm right, you came to this bubble universe for the same thing, right? Which means your plan will fail if we interrupt your operation, or even take that item before you. You stand to gain nothing from that. Your dissatisfaction is my best reward. You didn't come here for this. What are you guys up to then? I'm sorry, but I cannot say more. The atmosphere between the two remained tense and aggressive. After some time, the ninja was the first to keep her weapon away. We should return. We still have to complete Miss Teriri's request. You're so inflexible. I once wondered if you were like Rosemary, the type to hide things from others, but now it looks like you just don't know how to speak. It's true that many have said that I'm not good with words, but it won't affect our mission, so you don't have to worry. I feel much better after saying all that. Rather than putting up pretenses, I prefer that we're both honest with each other. Looks like we still need to continue traveling together for now. I intended to do so from the start. Then, pleasure working with you. Okay. I'll be right back. I need to grab a quick snack. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. All right, we are back. Alright. Apple washed clean. Okay. How big should each slice be? Lilia just had lunch, so let's cut it into 8 slices. Hopefully that's a better spot. Next, a slice from the left, 1 slice from the right, and... Ah! Oh, that's sort of... Ah. Why? Rosalia, what are you doing? Lilia, you're awake? Come take a look. I've succeeded. It's a magic trick that turns apples into bunnies. I practiced this for a long time. This must be an alternate version of Rosalia and Lilia. Because, well, this, I think this is a flashback for Delta. I wanted to bring them to you after I was done, but they turned into an ugly color shortly after. I'm sure you don't want to eat them. But it's alright. I've really mastered it. No matter how many you want to eat, I'll slice them for you. Thank you. More importantly, you should eat them all while they're still pretty. This way you can recover quickly and fight alongside me. After all, with you, Sorry. You don't have to apologize for this, because as long as you dip the apple slices into cold salt water, they won't oxidize into a brown color anymore. The girl felt like a voice she cherished had escaped from her dream. To retain that momentary sensation, she struggled between sleep and reality. Apple... But her consciousness grew stronger, and she felt more and more awake. She still felt that something was wrong. Wait, this voice is... You'll get nightmares if you don't cover yourself properly with a blanket. Her beautiful illusions receded like a tide. Instead, Delta saw the person she wanted to see the least before her eyes. She subconsciously tried to recall that when she had fallen asleep, and whether that dream had caused her to talk in her sleep. But seeing how Rita began to smile more, she felt nervous. You're too close. That expression. Are you still sleepy and mistook me for someone else? Miss Delta, I thought that we had already become partners after spending these few days together. Shut up. Get away from me. A rather cold response. When did this woman get so close to me? I was too careless. Miss Delta, you look exhausted. Why not rest a little more? Don't worry, I'll stay by your side. Although Rita seemed very sincere, Delta did not want such humiliating kindness. She blinked impatiently and refused quickly. That's unnecessary. I'll keep my guard up. At all times. Delta rubbed her temples and stood up from the soft sofa. The light of dusk peered in through the windows. She slept for a long time. This was an abandoned bar in Lone Star City, one of the few architectures that was decently preserved among the ruins. 6 hours ago, everyone decided to rest here. And so, Brony checked the electrical circuits and started the lights and restarted the lights and ventilation fans. The small bar looked acceptable after Rita cleaned it up. Delta, do you want a drink to wake yourself with? Teriri was sitting by the bar counter drinking juice, and Brony was standing behind the counter shaking a cocktail shaker. The pink-haired ninja was holding up a cup and sitting on the window ledge. Why didn't she wake up? Don't underestimate this bar. It may be shoddy, but the tools are intact. Hey, what do you want to drink? Then... I remember you were going on about apples in your sleep. Forget it. I don't want anything. Brony gave Delta a knowing smile, opened the cocktail shaker in her hands, and poured a honey-colored liquid into an antique glass cup. So she was already working on Delta's order. Miss Rosemary, if you please. Rita swirled her wine glass slightly. Although it was no longer clear due to its age, it still reflected a bright ray of light from the setting sun. The taut taste of orange along with the rich flavor of honey. You're great at this. Of course. As expected of a waitress what? No, it was Raven's Diner, not what? As expected of a waitress from Raven's Diner. Waitress? That's right. Although her service attitude could do better, but Miss Brony is great at mixing drinks. You don't have to reminisce over that. You don't have to reminisce that for me. Nobody will be interested in stories of the past. She did not forget the recipes, and mixing drinks had become muscle memory. But those times were too long ago, and they radiated with warmth in her memories. Is mixing drinks similar to making potions? Amazing. No, not Silverwing Bronya. Haxor Bunny Bronya. Or Brony. Haxor Bunny Brony. Similar, I guess. Here's your drink, non-alcoholic. It's delicious! The best drink I've ever had. So, Delta, want any? Just a cup of cherry juice is enough. Oh my, so quickly! Seems like a temporary way to lure the tiger out of the mountains. Is that a magical creature too? Darn it, sounds so unrealistic. What a pity. Even though we finally found a comfortable place, Miss Delta still needs a nap. I'm not sleepy at all now. Delta placed a glass of cherry juice that she had sipped down and leaned on her greatsword to stand up. A soft hand covered the back of hers. Let me do it this time. We can't let this person disrupt our leisurely afternoon tea. The witchy Rita can wear down HP as bonus damage with strength and magic skills. Her healing skill and Ultra Gem can deal true damage while healing. When Rita's HP falls below 0, she will upgrade a basic healing gem into Rosemary Healing and heal 50% more effectively. Such as a witch that dances effortlessly on the razor's edge. Can I just... Oh, great. There we go. Okay. After leaving the bar, everyone moved according to the planned route. Stepping deeper into the forest of Lone Star City for the first time, they did not feel that this was a place that the Magic Security Bureau needed to be so wary about. I thought that the borders of where civilians weren't allowed to enter should be fortified. Indeed, it looks more like an abandoned city here. Rita took a deep breath as if taking in the breath of the past was from this land. As if taking in the breath of the past from this land. Although most places were already destroyed beyond salvation, traces of human presence had fully disappeared only a few years ago. Yeah, after all, this place was abandoned by everyone. Abandoned? Would common civilians abandon their residence so easily? It was originally as peaceful as Crescent Moon City, but its history went back much longer. It existed before the Magic Security Bureau was founded. No wonder the buildings here are simpler. Sounds like it was an amazing ancient city. Yeah, that's why I went to research about it in the Lavinia Library. That library has the most complete collection of books. But one day, the awakened Dark Lord harassed and destroyed various lands with its claws and fangs. Even cities with Magic Girl's protection were not spared. After some consideration, the Magic Security Bureau decided to use Lone Star City, the place closest to the Dark Lord's courtyard, as a delay tactic. Or rather, the first line of defense against the Dark Lord's invasion. At the cost of sacrificing its residents? Teresa didn't know how to explain the cruelty of that cost. She could only phrase herself vaguely. Everyone suffered unimaginable pain as a result. Just recalling about it makes me so sad. So, to seek refuge and to escape, after the battle, the surviving residents suggested the idea of moving to Crescent Moon City to the Magic Security Bureau. Such cruel and incompetent method. Don't tell me. Cosme excluded herself from the conversation as usual, and her thoughts were placed elsewhere. Everyone's voices sounded soft and distant to her, like a scrap of paper fluttering in the wind. Because the story about the past had awoken her memories about a certain friend. That friend forcibly gave her life, yet coldly left her alone. Back then, she also did something similar. But I can't protect Sakura, nor you. Even with the borrowed 500 years, I can only end it in the dumbest way. Without power, justice only invites despair, and the kindness of leaving no one behind is but weakness in disguise. I'm just a mortal who is slightly stronger than average, and I'm now taking my last breath to protect my place. I can't even stop wailing close at hand. How can I reach out to the people in need, far, far away? Do I have another bug land on my face or something? I felt something, and then when I flicked my hand, I think I got it. Sorry if that was loud on the microphone. In a way, it's more similar to that man who taught me how to live, yet never looked at me. From the start till the end, all he cared about was a person's life and death. He never cared about how a whim of his could change others, or even the world. Kasumi had recalled all her experiences countless times, but only one thing was clear. If it was not for this man using her friend to extend help, she wouldn't be able to live in this world as she is now. At this thought, Kasumi smiled bitterly. Although she can't claim to have made a similar choice, but she sincerely felt sorry for it, and for me. To the extent that she felt tormented by it. This memory that had been sealed deliberately was like a physical injury for Kasumi. It could heal with time, but it would never return back to what it once was. Whenever she remembers the shock when she found out the truth, and the emptiness where she couldn't find a trace of her friend, her usual composure would crumble. Her ears twitched in annoyance as she tried to free herself from those frustrating thoughts, until... Kasumi, did you find anything new? A familiar voice rang next to her ear and pulled her out of the shadows of her past. Before she realized, this ally's voice surprisingly began to comfort her. Perhaps it was a synchrony developed from the frequent mission collaborations, or because they saw a similar loneliness in each other's eyes. Or perhaps this was one-sided. Regardless, Kasumi did not hate this feeling. No. I was just thinking, even though Lone Star City isn't an enemy base, we still have to keep our guard up. The Magic Security Bureau may have executed this plan because it didn't have the ability to resist the Dark Lord. If the Dark Lord is that strong, we can't underestimate the magical creatures left behind here either. You're right. That's a reasonable deduction. Fine. We just saw how it was tattered with injuries, but our ninja here can deduce so much more from it. Looks like you're experienced in battle. Kasumi did not respond to Brony's taunts. I keep on wanting to say Bronya. Kasumi did not respond to Brony's taunts, and Delta did not rebuke as she usually did. Because what Lone Star City encountered also reminded Delta of a memory she kept deep within her heart. Before she started feeling upset, she spoke to break the mysterious sentimental atmosphere. Hey, let's make haste. Oh. Okay. Well, shucks. Looks like someone's been painting on it. Griselle? Here comes the bomb. Cannot move or fall. Deals match gems 3 times within 4 adjacent tiles. Okay. Sheesh! What was that? Alright. Oh, whoops. The magical creatures in Lone Star City are really different from those in Crescent Moon District. How so? The small stone golems and the Boulder Guardian in Crescent Moon District are aggressive merely because they are playful, or when they want to chase intruders away. But the magical creatures we meet now are... Rita seemed to be looking for a more gentle word to describe those monsters' rude and graceless attacks. Actually, a small number of the magical creatures in Lone Star City used to be the Dark Lord's underlings years ago. And it makes sense that they are more difficult to handle. I may not have experience in real battles, but I memorized the strategies in the Dangerous Magical Creatures Encyclopedia from cover to cover. Looks like we have to rely on our requester sometimes too. Oh, there's movement ahead. Here's our chance. Great. Then let's try Miss Teriri's strategies. Oh. Okay. Shoot. Oh. I was expecting something a little worse. Teriri, that round structure on the roof of that hollow projection, is that the Lavinia Library? There's a book symbol next to the structure, so it should be the library. Huh. Miss Teriri, what's wrong? I'm fine, I'm just trying to recognize it. I haven't been here in a long time, it feels very foreign. Let me take a closer look. Teriri widened her eyes and scanned the hollow projection of the building up and down. The symbol in front of the library building doesn't look like that of Lavinia Libraries. Then is it the building that looks like a villa behind the crossroad? No, the library might not be in this district. I remember the way to the library. I think it's in this direction and 2 roads away. Is that so? But calm down. Let me scout the route. Huh? Scout the route? I'll look for a building that looks more like the Lavinia Library. Huh. Kasumi leapt high and moved agilely into the distance. Her silhouette fell between the buildings far away and disappeared quickly. Kasumi thought about how Teriri looked just now. Even though they were close to her destination, she didn't look the least bit happy. A crisp napping sound jolted Kasumi out of her thoughts. She saw Delta carrying her greatsword and running along with her. Leaving arbitrarily will make Brony more suspicious of you. Her fox ears turned back and forth. Kasumi stopped only after making sure that it was safe. I didn't expect to meet that hacker again. Oh, so you two have met before. At that time, we met because we were fighting over it. Looks like she knows our motive. Excuse me. Delta rubbed her temples in exasperation, and she was at the brink of losing her patience. On this topic, this mission only required me. Why did you come along without an invitation? After you left, I got too important information. Can't you say everything all at once? How troublesome. I've defeated countless Dark Lords, so let's get this over and done with. It'd be much better than playing along with that little girl. I guess it's not the first time we've had to play along with a little girl. I don't have doubts about your strength. But strength is not the only factor that affects victory and defeat. As that honorable person once said, a detour could be the nearest way home. Don't use that person's words against me. Without that girl's clues, we wouldn't know where it is, and without her magic, it'll be difficult to physically fight against the Dark Lord in this bubble universe ourselves. Then, we won't be able to get it. Just, let's trust in that person's judgment. Okay. Delta turned her head away. But speaking of detours, yes, I came to check on this. Did you realize something wrong too? You're not the only one who looks at the information that person provides. Did you find anything? Lavinia Library is undoubtedly a building with a round roof. I'm more curious where the road Teriri pointed to leads to. The two looked in that direction, and the road ahead looked more and more desolate. Since she's the one who decides the destination, and we're only doing this for money, why would she need to lie? Teriri's sad and hesitant expression appeared in Kasumi's head. Kasumi felt like she couldn't see through that seemingly outgoing girl. I suppose not all is in vain, if I get to see that expression of yours. It's about time we head back. Let's pretend to have some fights around here. The other two aren't easy to deceive. Okay. Okay. I'm honestly starting to feel kind of tired, so I think, I know that it would be 30 minutes early, but I think I might go take a rest. Good news. More crystals. But yeah. Anyway, troops, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Scarlet, for stopping by. And, yeah. I guess I will see you guys next week for some more Genshin, Honkai, and Star Rail. Yeah. Yeah, Genshin, Honkai Impact, and Honkai Star Rail. Ah, well. Thank you, troops, for watching. Thank you, Scarlet, for stopping by. And I will see you all later. Bye!